Solomon, Book 1, Sapphire Eyes, Chapter 1, Tribal Law, Part 3. Ain't seen you around here, Ice repeats. Solomon looks at the playground past the kids. He stands up slowly, not in a challenging way. He knows that when the violence starts, he's going to have to stay on his feet as long as possible. When you go down, that's when the damage really starts to rack up. Just finished telling a story, he says quietly. These gentlemen were just leaving. He gives Pebbles a subtle look that means, go, now. The other kids catch it and begin to shuffle away. Pebbles pauses for a moment, evaluating. To be honest, he can't believe what he is contemplating. Sticking his neck out for a complete stranger. He works out the math in his head. He knows these guys. He's even felt their fists before. He knows what's coming. And all of his calculations end with one conclusion. Frox is going to catch a beatdown. The only variable is whether Pebbles is going to catch a beatdown with him. Just sitting on a playground telling stories to kids? You a molester or a saint? Ice asks conversationally. Saint Chester, one of the others whoops, and they all laugh their rage. Pebbles almost comes out swinging, mystified by his sudden protectiveness. It wouldn't make a difference to the outcome, but he's had his beatdowns from grown men for stupider reasons. He can't understand why he's even contemplating this. He chalks it up to crazy, and that's enough for him. He takes a breath and steels himself. But then he catches Solomon's eyes. He could swear the storyteller knows what he is thinking. Where there had been controlled fear in his eyes before, now there is unhinged terror. Terror for Pebbles. Honestly, it shocks the boy. He hesitates. Solomon growls at Pebbles. Get out of here! Do I look like your daddy? I said the story's over. Sometimes, in tribal law, a smaller warrior is assigned to an older warrior. And if the smaller warrior finds himself in water deeper than he can handle, the older warrior can exercise the option to take a beating on the little one's behalf. This situation doesn't strictly apply, but there is an authority in Solomon's eyes that the boy had not seen before. He is exercising the option. He is trying to keep him safe. Pebbles slowly backs away, biting his lip. As strange as it is that he was contemplating taking a beatdown with this man, it's stranger still that he finds himself obeying his command. And even stranger still, his heart is twisting around in his chest. He cares. He almost laughs. It's so ludicrous. He doesn't care about anything. Why him? How you gonna talk to my cousin like that? Ice asks with manufactured outrage. Pebbles isn't his cousin, of course. Ice is just establishing cause. Unnecessary at this point, but we all strive to be rational, even in our irrationality. It's instinct. Solomon prepares himself. Ice swings first, connecting with Solomon's head. Fists begin to rain down. Solomon is pretty good at protecting his essentials, but he catches a solid crack to the jaw and blood fills his mouth. He tastes pennies. He keeps looking Pebbles' direction through eyes that are already beginning to swell. Every time he gets even a second's reprieve, he casts his eyes to Pebbles. And Pebbles knows that fool is checking to make sure he is staying away, catching a full-on beatdown and checking for him in the middle of it. What a fool! The image is burned into Pebbles' memory. Solomon's face, covered with blood, his eyes ghastly cracks, surrounded by ballooning flesh, scanning for Pebbles, blood streaming from his mouth. Pebbles doubts that the man can even see him at this point. But there is something in that ghastly face, something that changes him forever. He doesn't know the word for this thing. He sees fear. He sees shock. That's not surprising. He sees no anger, which is astonishing. And there's something more hidden in the portrait, something kingly, something victorious. The words from the story come back to him. Tell him he doesn't take my life from me. I give it away. Pebbles can see that somehow this man, this bloody mess of a man, is strong. He's stronger than the ones beating him, stronger than Pebbles, stronger than anyone he has ever known. And this math defies all of his ability to calculate it. And he can't remember the word. As tears fill his eyes, what was the word he had used? He wants to know it so that he can write it in all his notebooks and get it tattooed on his body and study its definition for the rest of his life. Falshannah. Pebbles will come to know this word. He will become this word. He will live this word. It will be tattooed both on his heart and on his flesh. And he will always refer to this day as the day it all began. He feels his insides twisting, cracking, reshaping like a transformer toy. Soon enough, they have beaten Solomen flat to the ground, maybe unconscious, too broken even to cover himself anymore. They begin to take turns jumping on his head. A scream erupts from Pebbles' mouth. It takes him a moment to realize it is his scream. It strikes his ears and jolts him. 5-0! 5-0! It comes from the depths of him like a tree growing 10 feet per second, ripping him inside out. It's his last and only defense for this man, this beautiful man. It could have gone either way. If they had realized Pebbles was lying about the police, they may have come for him too. But they are tired enough and finished enough and jolted enough by the sheer force of his scream that they all take off running, shaking the blood and sting off their knuckles. A breeze blows. All is quiet. Pebbles kneels next to his friend. Fool frocks, he rasps with reverence. He ripped his voice apart when he screamed. We die for each other in many ways. It will be weeks before Pebbles will be able to talk normally. Solomen stirs and groans. Pebbles single-handedly helps peel Solomen off the ground. He is bloody and staggering, maybe broken bones, maybe not. Pebbles walks him slowly over to Auntie Sheila's place. Auntie Sheila with the bandages, ointment, and ice. Solomen leans on the wiry little boy like a cane, trying not to put too much weight, but failing, infinitely surprised at the strength in this boy's frame. Your burdens have made you strong, Pebbles, he mumbles through fattened lips. And it is the sweetest thing the boy has ever heard.